21 million barrels of oil. That is the volume of energy passing through the Strait of Hormuz every single day, representing roughly 20% of global petroleum consumption and a massive portion of the world's liquefied natural gas. It is, without question, the single most critical and vulnerable choke point in the global economy. In February 2026, hypothetical geopolitical tensions escalated into a full-scale crisis when Iran demonstrated exactly how easily this bottleneck could be shut down. With global oil prices instantly surging past $250 a barrel and supply chains snapping worldwide, the crisis forced naval planners to confront a brutal reality. Why couldn't the world's most sophisticated naval fleets prevent the blockade? Today, we are breaking down the specific asymmetric tactics, weapon systems, and economic factors that define the modern struggle for the Strait of Hormuz. To understand why the strait is so vulnerable, you have to look at the geography. Although the body of water appears wide on a map, the actual deep water shipping channels suitable for supertankers are incredibly narrow. The traffic separation scheme consists of just a 2-mile wide inbound lane and a 2-mile wide outbound lane, separated by a 2-mile buffer zone. These lanes run directly through Omani and Iranian territorial waters, flanked by shallow reefs and military-fortified islands controlled by Tehran, including Keshem, Hormuz, and the disputed Abu Musa Island.
Iran's blockade strategy did not rely on matching the U.S. Navy ship for ship. Instead, they deployed a highly coordinated, asymmetric anti-access and area denial envelope. The first layer of this defense was the rapid deployment of smart naval mines. Rather than using legacy contact mines, Iranian forces deployed advanced EM-52 rising mines. These systems are anchored directly to the seafloor in deep water, where they remain completely passive and undetectable. Armed with acoustic, magnetic, and pressure sensors, they wait until the specific signature of a large commercial hull passes directly overhead. Once triggered, they launch a rocket-powered warhead upward, bypassing the ship's defensive armor.
Next came the integration of drone swarms. Using hundreds of AI-coordinated Shahed 236 loitering munitions, Iranian forces targeted naval patrols and commercial fleets. Operating in mesh-networked swarms, these low-cost drones are designed to saturate naval radar systems. Even if defensive missile systems intercept 90% of the incoming targets, the remaining 10% are enough to blind radar arrays, damage key communication equipment, and leave warships vulnerable to heavier attacks. The heavy hitters in this strategy are anti-ship ballistic missiles, primarily the Khalij Fars. Fired from mobile launchers concealed deep inside the rugged, subterranean tunnels of Iran's coastal mountains, these solid-fueled, supersonic missiles fly on a high-altitude trajectory before utilizing an electro-optical seeker to guide themselves directly onto moving naval targets at speeds exceeding Mach 3. The economic fallout of these tactical strikes was instantaneous. In modern maritime trade, a blockade does not require a physical wall of warships. Once the first commercial tankers were struck, international maritime underwriters immediately declared the Persian Gulf a war zone, causing war risk insurance premiums to skyrocket by over 10,000%. Within 48 hours, commercial shipping lines refused to enter the Gulf, completely halting the flow of energy. The economic shockwave traveled globally. In the United States and Europe, panic buying led to severe fuel shortages. In East Asia, heavy industries in Japan and South Korea, which rely on the Gulf for over 70% of their energy imports, began to idle their operations. Emergency releases from the strategic petroleum reserves did little to calm the markets, as energy traders realized the blockade was a structural shutdown, not a temporary delay. Will the global economy force a transition away from geographic energy choke points, or will military force remain the only option to secure the global supply chain? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this strategic breakdown valuable, subscribe to World Scale for more deep dives into the conflicts shaping our world. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next analysis.